Hey there, brother. This is Steve Horseman with Good Guys to Great Men. Thanks for being here for another weekend video. Hey, I'm just going to do a quick video because I don't want you to ever say, nobody ever told me. Nobody ever told me you were having a retreat. Nobody told me guys were getting together in England or in Colorado or Mexico. I don't want you to say I never told you. So this video is for me to tell you that I told you so. I want to talk about this sparkle in a man's eye that is missing when he gets into the better part of a marriage. When things are starting to go awry, things are feeling sour, she's starting to treat you more disrespectfully, she's a little dismissive, she's pulling away. Every guy who tells me that's happening, I know what's gone from them, and that is the sparkle in their eye. Women tell me that they love a man with a sparkle in his eye, but she just doesn't want to be that sparkle. That goes along with another phrase is that women like to be taken on an adventure with the man. They just don't want to be his adventure. These are all pointing to the same thing, that as we get older, we get more entrenched in work and making money and taking care of kids and paying the bills. We get boring. We get disconnected from other men. Other men who make us laugh, other men who inspire us, other men who challenge us, and this is why we do retreats. Every single time we have a retreat with a bunch of men, the very first night we're sitting around laughing and we ask one question. We said, why did you even come here? Why did you bother to come to a retreat? And they say stuff like, I want more personal connection with men. I don't have any friends anymore. I never do anything for myself. I never do anything for just me. And I want to feel more clear and confident in who I am as a man, not just as a husband or as a dad. And here's the kicker. They say, whenever I do stuff with the guys like golfing or stuff, when I come home, my wife is always more happy with me. She always treats me nicer. She even says that I like you better, this version of you, when you have men in your life, when you go out with the boys. And so when guys go home from our retreats, we hear this all the time. They're going back with a spring in their step and a sparkle in their eye. So there's something about this. Some people like to put psychobabble all around this thing called polarity, where the masculine and the feminine dance because he feels strong in his purpose and passion, and she surrenders to his leadership, all that stuff. There's something to be said for that line of study. I subscribe to a lot of it, but let's keep this really, really simple. Women tend to experience the emotion of attraction and respect and desire for a man who has an enthusiastic and unapologetic zest for life. I was going to say sex for life. That'd be great. Yeah, he has an enthusiastic and unapologetic zest for life. He has a healthy sense of well-being, and he is very consistent, and he has healthy connections with other men, and he's really a joy to be around. You may know people like this who are just a joy to be around. You come away from them feeling better than before. And this is what women want to be with the man. They want to have him provide some container of enthusiasm for life, a spark in his eye without her having to be the spark. That's why I say we shouldn't be chasing women, pursuing women for connection and for fulfillment and validation if we don't already feel connected and validated inside ourselves. And that is the key thing we work on retreats, which is why when guys come to a retreat and they go home, things suddenly seem better and they can't figure it out. Well, we tell them ahead of time to beware when you get home. She's going to be very curious because you're going to smell different. You're going to smell happier. You're going to smell more confident. You're going to smell more enthusiastic and also less attached to her approval, less attached to her touching you and giving you affirmation and attention because you have something else on your mind that feels important to you. The retreats we do are kind of a deep dive. We read some books and we have great conversations, not to mention horseback riding, and we're going to Mexico soon here next week. We go to Mexico. There's a lot of adventure stuff we do. There's a ton of laughter. There's a few beers drank and a few shots of tequila, but it is some deep work. And there's something that happens to you when you do deep work, when you feel a sense of connection to who you really are and what you really believe in and what you want and where you see yourself going, having a spark in your eye. So with this video, I also want to tell you about the retreats. I know not everybody can just pack up and get on a plane and go to a retreat in some other state or country. But we have retreats coming up. We do them every year. We have 2 retreats for the ranch retreat. This is the horse retreat, the Confident Man Ranch Retreat here in Loveland, Colorado. May 29th is the next one. I'm going to put links down below in the description so you can click on the page and look at all the pictures of the ranch retreat. May 29th. And then in October, we have another ranch retreat. Then in June it was May 28th. June 29th, we're going to be in the UK, in Derbyshire, where Dan Dorr lives. And it's a big farmhouse and a huge property. And it's amazing. I don't know where you live, but if you can get anywhere over toward England, that is a retreat you can't miss. That's a beautiful time of year. That's June. Now, next Friday, just like 5 days from now, we're going to all be going to Mexico. We do have one spot available there. If you're the kind of guy who wants to do something crazy, you can email me. I'll put my email address down below too, and tell me if you want to take that last spot in the Mexico retreat. We're in Playa del Carmen from Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday is when we're going to be down there this next week. And you can email me if you want to know about that. The point is, you have to get a sparkle back. You don't have to do it with me. You don't have to come to one of our retreats. I would love you to think about it if you're kind of the guy who can do that kind of thing. But find a sparkle, find a hobby, find something that you're passionate about, find something that keeps you up at night, something that gets you out of bed in the morning, something besides just being a husband and a father. I know those are important roles, but you have to have a sparkle that goes beyond what you're doing on a daily basis. You have to have something that's based in a future that kind of makes you want to laugh. I hope that helps, brother. Look below for the links to both the Mexico retreat, the UK retreat, and the Ranch retreat. They're all below this video, and also my email address if you want to ask me any questions about it. Thanks for putting up with me. Have a great day. Bye-bye.